Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I just thought I'd return to you for this movie review tonight for the next 2025 film that I got a chance to watch for myself, see what I was going to think of it for Presence. So, I'm going to discuss what I watched for the hour and 24 minutes of this film. It's not a very long film, honestly. It's like under an hour and a half, but I'll let you know my thoughts on Presence overall, so let's dive into this movie review. Now, basically, it doesn't really depict about much. It's just about a spiritual entity that's in a house, and apparently it's attached to this girl named Chloe that's apparently feeling her presence, and she's grieving over the loss of one of her friends, Nadia, and you come to find out at the end of the movie what really happens to Nadia and all that. There's a certain somebody that killed her. So it's pretty demented stuff at the end of the film, but at least something good happens, but something sad too. So this was a little bit of an interesting film, but it also was sad at the end. Like, the ending is so sad because now she's having to go through it again. Grieving process, like grieving over a loved one or whatever. But I can't really go into detail about the ending of the film. It's something you have to see for yourself, see what you think of it. I think it's out on DVD, this movie. I'm not sure, but from what I watched with this film, it had some interesting moments of the storyline, but I would say this is a decent film. Would I say this was had some heart to it? They kind of rushed it a little at the beginning because you don't really get to know the history behind it, but you also get thrown in the movie. And it's not terrible, but it's just a dark, sad film, honestly. It's just very sad of a film, and it's just from what I watched, I was this is a film that'll definitely be something on my decent to good movies because it wasn't a terrible film. The story had a little bit of compassion to it, but also you start to feel for certain characters, but you don't necessarily feel for them too much. Like the mother of Chloe is Lucy Louie or whatever her name, Lucy Liu. Her performance was pretty solid for the most part. Um, but yeah, the ending was pretty sad, honestly, at the very end. But he did it. Basically, it's a did it for a reason kind of thing. Um, a certain entity, which I don't want to spoil the movie, but basically it was something that was really sad at the end, but also there was a reason behind it. But overall, from what I watched with Presence, if I were to give this movie a score, I'm feeling a light 7 out of 10. It's a decent film. It's not terrible. I mean, I could really feel for this movie a little bit. It's not one of the worst, but not one of the best films. But it does have a sad ending, for sure. But pretty much from what I watched with majority of this film, you get to see this guy Ryan in the film, and there's more to this guy than you think. Because things happen with this guy that apparently nothing good. So, yeah, 7 out of 10 for Presence. The 2025 film. Sorry if I can't go into too much explanation with this film because it'll spoil the movie, basically, for some people. I know it's been out a few months, but if you guys have seen this film, you kind of get what happens at the end of the film. But overall, from what I watched, it's a 7 out of 10 for me for Presence. It's a decent film. Not anything terrible, but fairly decent. So, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this movie review tonight. The next movie review is Dogman and then Companion afterwards, which finally I get to find out how Companion turns out to be, basically, because that's a movie I did want to watch, for sure. So overall, I hope you enjoyed this movie review tonight, and thank you guys for watching.